Servus Kinders, Captain Steeblio ist wieder mal am Start einer neuen Folge von Trades of Cold Steel und wir sind hier in Barrier Hard, da sieht man es oben am Stationsschild, und in der letzten Episode angekommen. Eigentlich in der davor, letzten Episode haben wir damit verbraselt, indem wir ein wenig durch die Gegend gebummelt sind. Wir haben uns ja angeguckt, also ich habe ja angeguckt, was hier geht, was hier gibt. Wir waren da im Central Plaza, wir waren dann im Reichenviertel, dann hier und dann da hinten, da ist eine Route, da wir gekämpft, immerhin ein wenig Abwechslung. Und ich wollte heute den Rest quasi angucken. Da ist nicht gelb, das heißt hier kommen wir gar nicht durch. Hier ist ja auch abgesperrt. Affirmative. Good day and welcome to Barrier Hard Airport. Do you plan on boarding so I can take your luggage? Oh sorry, we're just in the middle of sightseeing. I'm amazed they've even got attendants here in the airport though. Rufus is making his way to Heimdall on the next flight, isn't he? He might still be in the waiting lounge then. How about you go see him? Don't be ridiculous. Why would he wait here when he can use his own personal airship to make his way there? Right, I guess it's not that weird for someone from one of the four great houses to have their own airship. This is why I can't stand nobles. Grumble. Matthias hätte wohl einfach gern sein eigenes Airship. Who can blame him? Also gut. Das Canyon da müssen wir hin. Für unsere Nebenquest und unsere Hauptquest. Unsere erste Hauptquest. Wir waren noch nicht da auf der Artisans Street. Die haben wir uns noch nicht angeschaut. Das tun wir jetzt. Es steht sogar Artisan Street. Oh, das ist aber Artisans hier. Da müssen wir hin. Turners Juwelier. Es geht so weit nach da unten. Deswegen erstmal da rein. Das ist eine hübsche Straße. Also dieser Weg hier an den ganzen Häusern vorbei, das ist schon irgendwie hart cool. Hier können wir wohl auch ins verballern, oder? Well, if it isn't Lottie Users, what are you doing here? Humph, that's quite the greeting. My brother made a mention of the fact that you ought to be in charge of our Arcus, is it correct? It is. I'd appreciate it if he didn't expect any older guy like me to get used to all these new technologies though. But seeing as it's Lord Rufus we're talking about, I'm willing to look past the inconvenience. Regardless, at least allow me to offer my apologies. Hurry up and tell me your business then. I've got plenty of other things to be doing. Hier können wir modifieren. Kann ich Slots kaufen? Ich habe jetzt Punkte. Ich könnte ihm einen kaufen. Oder ihr. Vieh auch. Dieses auch. Matthias hat eigentlich gut. So, ich will ihr einkaufen. Und Vieh kaufen wir ein. Oh, den könnte ich auch haben. Wenn ich den davor hätte. Puls. Das klingt doch hübsch. Poison. Tiara ist mehr. Demonic Scythe. Dark Matter. Warum ist das bei Golden? Sieht eigentlich hübsch aus. Fortuna. Silverthorn. Nein, kannst du mir nicht leisten. Oh, das klingt cool. Das brauche ich. Oh, du brauchst Magic. Ich habe keine Magic. kann doch nicht fehlen, ne? Das Medium hier. Ach nee, sie hatte doch den einen Move. Okay. Okay, du. So, dann kriegst du das hier, den Airstrike. Green hast du hier. Für den. Und hier, damit sie einen Artisan-Boost kriegt. Und jetzt haben wir nicht voll. Das ist eigentlich... oh, surprise, you came back now of all times. Why is it? Has something occurred while I was gone? It certainly has. After you left town and Lord Rufus began being more tied up with his duties, that huge tax increase came rolling in. We poor artisans are all suffering thanks to the Duke's little bullying spree. So that's what he's been up to. Certainly was blunt about that. Seems like that's the way things go here. Duke Arborea is even less popular than I thought. You see, this is how the whims of the nobility affect the common people. I hope you're all paying close attention. Ich glaube eigentlich in dieses Menü hier. Synchrotron, war das deine Waffe? It is, certainly. Jetzt ist es ein Aerial Wand. Fehlt mir nicht mehr viele, dass ich Viehs Waffe kaufen konnte, ne? Für Vieh braucht ja noch eine Waffe. Also die zweite Waffe. Die war besser. Deswegen braucht sie die. Der Laden war da hinten. Da, jetzt ist da unten die Schatzkiste auf der Karte gewesen. Weil ich viel hineingegeben habe. Da ist der Laden. Entschuldigung, Mann, Käufermann. Karambit. 10 Mira fehlen mir. Und dann nimm ein Antidot. Selber macht ihm seine Sachen runter. Das ist nicht so nett. Auch die Waffe von Matthias. Jetzt muss ich mir mal angucken, ob sie ihm was bringen würde. Ja, Speed geht runter um 3 Punkte, aber dafür geht Strength hoch. Okay, Matthias ist die Waffe, die wir noch kaufen sollten. Scheinbar. Wie sah das bei Usis aus? Ja, das Angriff geht halt runter. Naja, Matthias ist der, auf den wir uns als erstes fokussieren sollten. Bei der Waffe. Das ist schon drin, ne? Ja. Sobald die Waffen von denen eigentlich noch. Naja, als Andenken. Biu, biu. Also gut, da will ich noch nicht rein. Da links. Oh my, there really are kinds of stores here. The nobles frequent them too, so they're guaranteed to offer good quality. Muss nicht sein. Na, was machst du, armer Mann denn hier? Cleaning, it's so much fun. Oh, sorry about that. Please feel free to go in if you're looking for a meal. We're not the fanciest store, but the Master's Espresso is pretty popular. Ja, aber ich habe approximately 0 Mira. Hallo. Welcome. If you want a drink, I'd have to recommend our espressos. I actually started making espressos as a kind of experiment for artisans who come here. A change of pace of sorts. I started brewing them on a daily basis and eventually I became good at it. Nowadays they call me the Espresso Master. Aber ich habe kein Geld. It's hard to sit down to relax over in the stores in the Central Plaza, since all of them are geared towards nobles. Simpler places like this are more suited for those common folk. Don't get me wrong though, I mean that in a good way. Also wenn, dann will ich in der Artisan Street wohnen, wenn ich hier leben müsste. Now, over there. Hello? Getting stuck in a place like this is the worst. I really wanted to get stationed over at Aurochs Fort, but was is here? You don't really have any business out on the highway road right now. Let's stay in town, okay. Guten Tag, werte Dame.
Oh, my, if it isn't Lord Eustace. Please feel free to ask if you need something custom made. We're proud to say that we tailored some of Lord Rufus' indoor clothing. Take your time now.
Tatsache, das ist... das sind tatsächlich gute Schuhe für die beiden. Oh, die sind auch für die gut. Ich habe kein Geld. Ich habe aber so wenig Geld und dann gebe ich so viel aus und... Also habe ich in anderen RPGs immer mehr Geld. Well, who do we have here? Welcome back, Lord Hughes. So we wanted to come out to greet you. I've been working like mad just to keep this place going after our taxes got doubled recently. It's hard to make money when it's all being sucked away by taxes, you know. Just how does the Duke expect us to live like this?
Not you that been a while.
Are you helping with the store today as well? How admirable of you.
Thanks. Oh yeah, you're a customer, so you can't come up here. You gotta find some good clothes downstairs.
Do just that then.
Thank you for your patronage.
Oh, she made a Wortwitz. Cleveres Mädel. Jetzt soll ich als Uses rumlaufen, wenn die da immer sagen, oh Lord Uses. Aber ich will als Vieh rumlaufen. Denn Vieh ist toll. Guckt sie euch an, ist sie nicht toll? Dieser Elan in ihrem Gesicht ist schon besonders. Also Jewelry. So what you're saying is any minute now. Indeed, we shouldn't have long to wait. Oh, it looks like he's with a customer right now. What should we do? Should we return later? Judging by the uniforms, you're... and I see, Lord Eustace is with you too. Welcome to our store. Have you come regarding the field study request? We have, but I'd ask that you please refrain from giving us any special treatment on my account. If timing is inconvenient for you, we're quite amenable to returning at a later hour. No, it's opposite, in fact. We were just discussing you as it happens. Alright then. Wait, you were discussing us? Does that mean... Of course, if you'll allow me to explain. This is Bengt, a tourist currently staying here in Barrier. Ich will mal Berhard sagen, das ist gewohnt. He's the one responsible for the request that brought you here. See, I am going to be getting married in the near future, and I came here to inquire about having a wedding ring made. The artisans of Barrier are renowned far and wide for the skill of gem processing, so it seemed the ideal choice. So you've made what I presume to be a substantial journey in search of the perfect ring. It's a wonderful, romantic thing to do, isn't it? There's no denying the quality of the jewels one can procure here, but they don't come cheap. That's exactly right, unfortunately. Buying one of the local gemstones on my income isn't very plausible, and the septum ring especially is out of the question. Quickly realized how impulsive I'd been and had almost given up. Then I consulted with Brock here on whether or not I had any chance of finding a good deal, and he gave me a really good idea. Huh. That's right, a precious stone might be out of his budget, but there are stones just as beautiful that are a whole lot cheaper. Semi-precious stones, if you will. The name's pretty self-explanatory. Suggested we make a ring for him using one, specifically a gem known as dried steel. I'm not familiar with that one. I think I may have heard of it, actually. It's made from a very particular tree sap that hardens like stone after being exposed to air for a long time, and it has a translucent shine to it that people say is easily the equal of septium. That's the one. I'm surprised you know so much about it. Yes, you're an expert on jewels as well, huh? That's our Emma. It's just a personal interest of mine. So does that mean the reason you called us here is? Exactly. I'd like you to go collect one of these dried steels for my client. Fortunately for you, many of the trees that the tears can be harvested from grow on the Nord Kreutzen Highway. War ich da nicht gerade? But even though it only qualifies as semi-precious, it's still a pretty rare gem. So finding one might not be an easy task. Then I suppose we'll just have to buckle down and look. It may not be quite a challenge our dear friend here has made it out to be, you know, huh? Isn't that schon wieder? The innocent wood-nymph steer that you seek. How would you respond if I were to say that I saw one with my own eyes mere moments ago? Who's this guy? Do you know whom uses? Can't say I recall ever meeting with him before. Haha, gracious, how terribly impolite of me to not introduce myself before speaking. Grüß Gott, mein Name ist Baron Bleublank. Ich glaube, man spricht das Bleublank aus. Ich kenne meinen eigenen Namen nicht. It's a true pleasure to make your acquaintance. From painting, sculptures, and the finest of arts to the most delicately detailed crafts, I am a connoisseur and lover of beauty, craftsmanship, and artistry in all their many splendid forms. I see. He seems a little off-puttingly eccentric. But that's enough about myself. I hear you're seeking a dried steer. Yes, that's right. You say you saw one moments ago? Are you certain? My dear lady, I would never dream of lying about matters of beauty. I behold the light which you seek on the Northern Highway, of that I'm most certain. And yet I must confess that my knowledge of the area is not so great that I would be able to share its exact location, though perhaps that's the way it should be. After all, a brilliant light has true meaning only when one grasps it with its own two hands. You don't say. Guy's manner of speech is irritating. So it's the content of his words. No, let's hear him out. Well, we're certainly appreciative for the information. May I ask you telling us all of this soon? Perhaps it's the spirit of inquisitiveness that drives you to seek a beauty mere cannot buy. It moves me so at being the generous man that I am deigned to extend a noble olive branch. Is that sufficient enough reason for you? Sure. Well, we'll only see enough if he's telling the truth. Yes, we need to begin our search. We can choose to follow his lead, unspecific as it may be, or disregard it entirely. I think our chances are about equal either way. Well, we'll believe in now. Hopefully you'll see us back soon enough with the dried steer and that now. Good luck. Appreciate it. Good day to you. Put a ring on it. Ah, guck mal, dann wären wir auf den North Highway so oder so gekommen. Bin ich da vor Nüsse draufgegangen. Du hast noch da das Ausrufezeichen. Ich will noch mal mit ihm reden. Richard! Ah, was ein hübscher Husky. We shall await your return with the pink salt, then you're welcome to forget about or request too if you wish. Fucking Badesalz. Also 2 Missionen auf in dem Canyon und eine auf dem Highway. Jetzt, nachdem wir gut und gerne 65 Minuten rumgetrödelt haben, geht's hier hin. Immerhin habe ich hier nichts verpasst. Und hat er rausgehauen, gell? Das haben wir jetzt voll mit Absicht gemacht. Trotzdem drin. Auch gut. Wollen wir mal Kias reintun? Tauschen wir euch mal aus. Dann muss ich da noch den Link irgendwie neu bauen hier. Nee. Man hatte angemerkt, dass dieser Baum eine schöne Position ist und jetzt ist der Special hier. Na sowas. It's so pretty. Hey, this is it. Alright, let's see if we can remove it without causing any damage. You can see it right through it. Its radiance truly is the equal of septium. Just as the rumors say. Yes, I'm certain this will make for an exquisite ring. I can hardly wait to see the expression on Bang's face when we show it to him. Although this does mean that Baron was telling the truth. Yeah, we still have no idea why he went out of his way to tell us. There's no point worrying about that now. We got what we came for. Yep, time to go. Hey, let's go give this to Bang then. Ja, irgendwie habe ich erst Lust, meine andere Sidequests zu machen, die ich nicht machen muss. Ich glaube, ich laufe wieder als den. Nee, wenn sie Peak up ist, da muss ich jetzt sweeten. Ich habe ja schon analysiert, ne? Feuer. Ich kann kein Feuer. Ich wollte irgendein Feuer drin. Steht noch drin. Oh, guck mal, machen wir einfach mir hier den Double Crossway. So, mit Regen kann ich halt das schön machen. Um die rumgehen und dann mit dem Bruder sich kämpfen. Oh, du kannst feiern.
私の番ですね。息吹を。
すまない、助かる。
はっ。
せい。
行こっか。せいや。
参る。た。任せてくれ。くらえ。
Erstmal schufen.
私の番だね。せいや。私の番ですね。アークス駆動。
俺の番だな。せい。
それ。
ありがとう。
Ah, so, 900 HP ist also small amount. Alles klar. Ja, machen wir es
排
wieder.
除する。崩れた。
Das ist neuer Fight. Oh, sie
悪く
zeigt einen
なかっ
Peace.
たかも。
Und
うまく
Ende
合
auch.
わせられたな。
Ah, die haben fast. Irgendwie fühlt es sich an, als wäre das Link-Level da mittels Kämpfen zu steigen irgendwie ein bisschen sinnlos. Also so stark steigt
こ
das
こが
nicht.
勝機ですね。行こっか。排除する。
俺の番だな。はっ。チャンスだ。
もらい。私の番ですね。
Stabilen Overkill. Und war normaler Angriff
任
auch.
せてくれ。くらえ。
行こっか。はっ。
行くぞ。せい。この手で道を切り開く。
なかなかの出来ですね。
Infernal Edge. Releases several magic blades. Klingt
よ
auch
し。
cool.
100点満点だ。当然だな。
Rune Blade. Cuts enemies in half with a magical slash. Klingt auch geil. Und Vieh als einziger nicht aufgestiegen. Das macht mich traurig. Mehr Support für Vieh. Wo ist denn der Geste? War die schon immer da? Ah, diese Routenmusik ist doch wunderbar. Hallo, Krugschlange hier. Ich bin der Reh.
こちらの先生。押し
Oh,
切ろう。
oh, oh, du hast
任せ
Speer.
て。
Fuck, der erreicht ihn nicht.
行くよ。
参る。せいや。
よっ。
任せてくれ。これならどうだ。ここだ。
続きます。行きます。敵ユニットの抵抗を解析。
Schneller ist kein Gehen, oder? Warum kann ich das?
解析完
Wo
了
die
です
Detektor kann. Green Recruit.
行こっか。排除する。
俺の番だな。そこだ。さ
行こっか。
Oh, der Zero Arzt hat sich irgendwie verschoben.
排除する。チャンス。
Damn, das war viel. Oh, was muss doch für ein Luminous Ray ausgenutzt werden?
私の番ですね。
Den ist leider für Serena Blessing oder Reichweite. Das geht.
行くぞ。 ありがとう。行くぞ。せい。よし、これで大丈夫だ。
Und Fies ist auch gestiegen.
V だね。
Mit dem Piece. Aber auch nichts erlernt. Das ist nicht nett. Gut, EP sind ein bisschen runter bei Vieh und Emma. Ging so. Oh, und jetzt? Oh, Panzer. Mit einer Schaufel. Gehen die Minecraft spielen? It was the emblem of the Kreutzen province, wasn't it? Are they part of the provincial army? Suspect they're members of a unit stationed in Celtic. They're likely on the way to rendezvous with the main or unit in Barrier. Makes sense, I've never seen those vehicles accompanying them before though. Rainford's latest model of light armored transport. From the looks of it, they lack the firepower of a tank but make up for it in maneuverability. They must have spent a small fortune on these. Certainly seem to know a lot about them, Fee. Suppose so. Regardless, we have no reason to linger here. We should return to Barrier ourselves. Yeah, you're right. In der City können wir wieder mit Vieh rumlaufen. Yay, Support für Vieh. So, wo kann ich resten? Oh, das war falsch. Konnte ich nicht, aber hier kann ich die einen Sepiten umtauschen. Bei dir? Good day, Lord Users. It's always honored to have a patronage here. Take your time and pursue a selection. Oh ja, das kann ich hier kaufen. Fiber Boots und Cozy Socks. Alles klar. Bei dir resten? Nein. Muss ich zum Resten wohl nach da hinten? Nein, woher kann ich das? Aber wobei, komm, wir geben die eine Hauptquest ab. Haben wir da unten in diesem einen Café uns, ich glaube, da konnte ich auch resten, oder? Ich sollte mir mal langsam anfangen, Sachen zu merken. Ja, Rest. Nur 100. Gut, dass ich nach hier unten gekommen bin. Und die Gang ist wieder voll. Ich meine, die hat ja hier Short, ne? Die haben alle 3 Short. Geht erst weiter, wenn ich die andere auch mache. Ah, you're back. Is something wrong? Well, could you give us the item? Sure, here. Thank you. What was taking so long? If you have what I asked for, hurry up and give it to me. Yes, of course, at once. What's going on? Honestly, we don't have all day. This is why you commoners never get anywhere in life. Here it is, my league. Dried's tear was presented to Count. So this is what it looks like. Can confirm that this is a genuine Dried's tear. Imagine it will be a bit hard, but as it is nothing more than petrified sap, you should be able to consume it without worry. Consume? You had to have heard that wrong. Alright then, chomp. Ah? Seriously? What are you doing? Water. Here, my lord. Scum.
How did this come about?
The hell do you think you are? Yes. You're that common. You might want to watch your tone when addressing someone of higher rank than yourself. Damn it, this isn't good. Oh, I shall be generous and let it pass this one. But you would do well to mind your manners in the future. If you were to truly anger me, your life could be cut short, very short indeed. I think you're the one who owed to mind his manners. What was it?
Lord, use this. What are you doing in a place like this?
That does not concern you. However, I went to great pains to find a dried tear for that man there, and I'm almost interested in hearing what exactly made you feel you had the right to consume it.
But Lord Ulysses, I illegally purchased the stone from him. I have done nothing improper here.
Is what this man says true? Yes, it is. He agreed that he would give me a sum of mira in exchange for the tear.
He says its stone was my property, which meant I could do with it whatever I wished.
Okay. And why would you want to eat it?
Well, the dried tear is used in Eastern herbal medicine, as it is said to possess a number of useful properties.
Herbal medicine? Popular variety of alternative medicine practice in the Eastern lands. What useful properties? Nutritional supplementation mostly. But there are those who believe it can also prevent the effects of aging. Prevent aging? Utterly ludicrous.
But be that is as it may, it is my prerogative.
Irgendwas. And now that the deed is done, I have no reason to remain here any longer. Lord Ulysses, if you would permit it. Fine, please leave.
I'm deeply grateful. If you will excuse us then. Beg your pardon.
Sorry for causing a scene. Ineffective at controlling your temper as ever, I see. Some things never change. No, I should be the one to apologize. I'm sorry for making you watch that without a word of explanation beforehand. Especially after all the trouble you went through to get it for me. So, is it true? Did the Count purchase it from you? Oh yes, it was completely true. Everything was on the level. Honestly, considering he's noble and a count at that, I couldn't possibly have refused. The situation may be changing over the better in Heimdall overall. Difference to those of higher stature is still the reality in areas where the consular influence doesn't reach. I thought it might be something like that. As for the ring, I'm going to use the mirror the Count gave me as a deposit and to buy one locally. Really sorry for putting you through all of this. I'll need to start making my way to the station now. I don't want to miss my train. Goodbye, everyone. Wir wurden angelügt.
I was observing curious as to what manner of compelling drama might unfold, but alas, all I witnessed was that farce.
How long has he been here?
I heard from the fine gentleman who works at this establishment that there are students here for a field study, no? I hope you forgive me for saying so, but I believe it is these setbacks in life which make it truly beautiful to be alive. That comedy of errors may have been tough to endure, but your resultant struggle against injustice was simply breathtaking. No, you're breathtaking. However, alas, I must bid adieu, for my search can never rest, the ultimate beauty is unearthed. I do pray I will have the opportunity to meet again until such time. Farewell, students.
Oh, ich will eine Menge Text hier. What was that all about?
I think he was just trying to tell us not to let it get to us, maybe.
We still don't know why he helped us to begin with. What becomes of this request now?
Good question. There's no stone left to make the ring. Does that mean we failed?
No, you did exactly what we asked of you. It's unfortunate that things ended how they did. But that was through no fault of yours. So please accept your reward.
Look!
But this... Understand how you must feel, but you did exactly what you were asked. You deserve nothing less than the reward you were promised. I must insist. Alrighty, thank you. Put a ring on it. Haben wir aber nicht, aber naja. Den Rest... Jetzt habe ich meinen Controller gegen meine Tischkante gehauen, das ist nicht schön. Naja, das mache ich irgendwie in letzter Zeit sehr oft. Na Kinders, Rest heben wir uns dann für die nächste Episode auf. Ich bedanke mich dann recht herzlich fürs Zusehen. Macht's gut, immer schön ehrlich bleiben. Weiter genießen, Leben genießen, reinhauen. Bis denen. Tschüss.